Hey, it's the skeleton bones with some Minecraft Infinity Evolved modpack. One thing you should do when starting researching the aspects is you need to combine Terra and Aqua to get the live Victus aspect, which I don't know how to get from scanning the items. This is the one that you need to get manually. It says in the bottom right corner what we need to study to progress in the aspect scanning thing. You can just scan everything that we see. The hopper, things that move, right? The trapdoor is a thing that moves. Tools, I think the easiest way to research tools is the flint, and flint says that we need to study man, we need to scan the rotten flesh first, and for that we need to study beast is the leather. For that we need to study tools, them is the closed circle. We need to scan as much items that we can, because we need a lot of these aspects to do the research in the Thronecraft later. Let's just randomly scan all the things that we have in the inventory. There is a distinct sound that it makes when you discover a new aspect. Cognitio is spirits. Spirits is, well, I don't really know. I know that Victus and Perditio gives us the Mortus aspect. That probably will allow us to scan the rotten meat. Rotten flesh. No. Skulls? Oh yeah, right. So now that we have the spiritus and we got the food aspect as well, we can scan everything else pretty much. We got the man. Now that we have the man, we can scan the tools aspects. And then we got the ethos. Whatever it's called. It's not called the ethos. It is called fames. There's the tool aspect, by the way. We got that from flint. For some reason we didn't get this from wooden pickaxe. Alright, some new aspects. There we go. That's better. Some of the items do not have the aspects at all, like the mana steel stuff. So it's gonna be a while until I can scan all the things that I have. Even the portal has some aspects. Oh yeah, the next thing that I need to do before going into the mining dimension, I need to make this manufacturing halo. The assembly halo is a mobile crafting table for you basically. You can, for example, if I craft something in here, let's say I crafted a stone bricks recipe here, I can right click here and it will be set. So I have the stone inside of my inventory, but it doesn't auto craft. What it does is basically, well, you just right click and you should make more, yeah. And then to convert the assembly halo into the manufacturing halo, you just combine it with a diamond, by the way. I didn't scan it. And then the manufacturing halo is basically the same thing, but it automatically crafts the recipes that you have remembered in this circle here. Let me show you. Let me make one recipe of compressed cobblestone, and I'm gonna remember this recipe here. Whenever this manufacturer halo is not in my hand, it will automatically craft the compressed cobblestone for me. You see? Even if I convert it back, it will craft. Basically it crafts any recipe that you have remembered as soon as you have the items inside of your inventory. And that is useful if you go out on a mining trip and you need to compress a lot of things automatically. Just one last check before going into the mining dimension. I kinda wish I had made some kind of a jetpack, but we don't have a way to charge it up. The mining dimension does not spawn the monsters, so you can safely go exploring the caves instead of the branch mines. That's why I rushed the night vision amulet instead of using torches, because it doesn't matter if you light up the caves or leave it in the dark, the monsters will not spawn. I should go down to the Y level 17 and grab some lapis and upgrade the luck on my pickaxe. So I wasn't exactly correct about when I said that the mining dimension does not spawn the monsters. It does, but for that it needs to have a spawner, and there's a zombie spawner somewhere. So I'm not gonna go check out the spider spawner, but the zombie spawner is more interesting because zombie spawners usually have loot chests near them. Some more ender lily seeds, which is always good news. We need more of those. The more ender lily seeds we have, the less we have to go and hunt for the enderman. I just can't stop mining. It's too addictive. Well, finally we got the Fortune 3 pickaxe. Yeah. And we still have 2 modifiers left on this one, so I'm just gonna put redstone here so that I have more speed. It's definitely faster.
2 hours later.
I think this has grown, so we ended up with just a little bit more than a single stack of copper. I need to plant this too. By the way, one of these makes us 4 buckets of resonant ender. I'm probably gonna use these ender pearl seeds to make the resonant ender, since we have so much of those. Relatively speaking, there are much easier and much faster ways to get the ender pearls. The first way to get the ender pearls, of course, is the mob farm. The item transfer node requires the ender pearls as well. I'm gonna make one for the liquid and one for the item, so that we don't have to do this manually all the time. Just gonna do this early. It will save us a lot of time. And one for the items. This goes here. There goes a lever. Put a chest here. Put a transfer node here, and it should transfer all the items from that automatically. And then there's the whole thing. So now making plates and wires for us will be much easier. I need to think about upgrading my power source. I do have the transfer node liquids. I might as well do this automatically. I'm gonna need these to fill up the water tanks easier instead of doing it by hand with a bucket. What did I need this for? Is I'm gonna make some more obsidian. So many things to do. I need to set up a checklist. For now, I'm gonna put it here. Well, we need the crushed obsidian, which is made in the rock crusher. That is not a problem, because we got the blocks of steel. I mean, it's kind of slow, but it's better than nothing. Unless there is also a certain type of tank. It is the fluid tank from Ender IO, and it's so easy to make too. Just need some iron and glass. I'm gonna set these to output in here. Push. Put this on top of it. It's gonna output much faster in there. But let's think about making the soybeans. Yeah, just to make the culinary generator we need the firm tofu, which is made out of silken tofu, which is made out of soybean. That is why I specifically want the soybeans. And there's the macerator. One thing I should work for is a sag mill as well. It's not really that hard to make, but it's probably time to wrap up this episode. There's been a lot of progress today. Made a couple of machines, more than a couple of machines. The next episode is gonna be all about the energy generation. So for now, it's been Skeleton Bones, and until the next episode, goodbye.